Fortnite was my first official game that I actually fell in love with. It was so different from the other games. So, what is Fortnite? Fortnite Battle Royale, you drop into a massive map with 99 other players looking for loot, weapons, mobility, and more that you can only experience yourself. Today, we take a deep dive of why Fortnite is not dying but declining dramatically in the community. Fortnite Battle Royale first released in 2017, making it the most popular game in the world. Fortnite wasn't just Battle Royale, it's originally saved the world as a PvP experience against zombies and other creatures, which was its own campaign style. Fortnite has always been that game that everyone talked about. It was completely everywhere. As Fortnite grew over time with Season 0 and beyond, each season was different, adding new items, big changes. Content creators, streamers started to hop on the Fortnite train. Ninja was a big part of the Fortnite journey. One of the biggest creators, getting an average of over 100,000 viewers consistently, but it wasn't always like that. Ninja actually started off playing Halo, then was first introduced into PUBG, which is Player Unknown Battlegrounds, which he actually announced that he was actually keeping his eye on Fortnite itself. Then he officially switched it over, and we already know how that went. He gained so much attention over time with Fortnite and being one of the most biggest Fortnite icons in the entire world, being known everywhere. Over time, he gained thousands and thousands of making him the Fortnite guy. He got so massive in the industry of Fortnite, he started getting his own skin, even his own emotes, and actually doing in live world events against other players to win big prizes and having outside of his home kind of events, which was pretty huge for Fortnite itself. As Fortnite used to tease these massive seasons, it would be introduced around the world, getting so much attention it will gained its popularity on YouTube and Twitch and viewer counts overall. It was pretty massive. I literally just remember just when I was a little kid, just sitting down and watching the Twitch streamers and watching Fortnite grow over time. I was 17 when Battle Royale came out for Fortnite, which I'm 26 now, and just saying that right now is completely mind-blowing to me. And just watching a game just grow over time since the start of where it started from where it's at now, it is incredible where the game has gone, and it's pretty sad to see the decline of players losing its identity dramatically over time, with the player counts declining every day with each season, which it's not good, with Twitch and YouTube having the lowest player counts since probably Season X. Every chapter of Fortnite was different, adding new things to the loot pool, making it more unique. It's not like Call of Duty where it's a everyday cycle. Every year you get the same thing, but different, UI, different guns, and kind of the same thing every year with Call of Duty. But Fortnite kind of changed that in a way, with Fortnite Battle Royale was one of its unique Battle Royale genres out there, because with each season, they tend to change how each season played without changing the core gameplay of Fortnite itself. But, along down the road, they did add a Fortnite Zero build, which for the people that wasn't a fan of building and not be able to keep up with the older folks, Zero build was meant for people to the gun and gun play who were pretty much a classic to Battle Royale, not just building otherwise, which this gave more opportunities to other players to enjoy Fortnite other than, sweaties against building. But the movement was still kind of goated. Fortnite was just always one of those games that everyone just talked about. Prior to Fortnite Battle Royale released, there was also dozens of other different Battle Royales takes, but what did Fortnite do differently? We had from Player Unknown Battlegrounds, we had Apex Legends, we had Call of Duty Warzone, we had Blackout, H1Z1, the OGs will remember that one, but Fortnite just did it differently. Fortnite had building, being able to place different pieces from walls to stairs, which cover you from getting shot from either which direction you were getting shot from. You could place a wall down, you could place a floor down, or if you want to get very crazy, you could start building like a maniac, which allowed Fortnite to expand the players and how good they got, which it's kind of crazy. Fortnite even got so popular that Fortnite started doing a pro-am for streamers and even celebrities. This is an event where celebrities, streamers, and content creators themselves got invited to play in this massive tournament to fight against the #1 Victory Royale. This got fans and around the world to watch at home to experience this best event that Fortnite hosted in gaming history. I think Fortnite's biggest rise was collabs and being able to involve other games into their game itself. Collaborations, crossovers, skins, and it's insane. Ninja himself even had a collab with Drake, Tyler from 21 Pilots, and even Travis Scott. And he he did some collabs with one of the biggest celebrities and song artists in the entire world, which will change gaming forever. You know, Kai and Mr. Beast and Ninja all change the content creation aspect over time, which Fortnite, I think, started that identity of being different from other games, and seeing that change with Fortnite, what Fortnite and Battle Royale can do to expand its Battle Royale experience, being different from the others, is pretty insane. And I have to give credit to Fortnite being one of the most unique games in the whole world. Not only just Fortnite grew, but content creators and the streamers' popularity grew with Fortnite's attention. It was gaining so many numbers across YouTube, Twitch overall. With every Fortnite chapter release, it's also excited, but not for everyone. It doesn't last forever. Fortnite sooner or later will start losing those players and the fan base itself. Fortnite started losing its core. Less and less people are swerving away from Fortnite all around, making it less popular around the world, which Twitch and YouTube are getting less and less viewership around Fortnite, and it's at its lowest as it's ever been. Even with the biggest collabs and crossovers, Fortnite's creative and live events that make or break the highest player counts in history. But there's always comes a day where people will no longer thrive with Fortnite, hitting its all-time low player counts. Even Twitch and YouTube viewership is down dramatically. It's not that people don't like Fortnite Battle Royale, it's just it doesn't get that same feeling as you first played it back in 2017. Till this day, I think Fortnite will always be one of the greatest games in history, being that Fortnite proved the world that games can reach its boundaries and reach the world with content creation, celebrities, and the world being involved with everything around us being parts of one thing. It is absolutely amazing to see this game where it's at today, but all things must come to an end. With each Fortnite chapter season, players start to get less and less excited for Fortnite, as each season and each chapter is slightly different, but not the same as the first season. Things will change. The mechanics, the movement, the weapons, the maps, and the color, and the creative side of things and skins will always be there. But what Fortnite creative have done for its game, I think has never been done before outside of Fortnite. The creative makes you be able to make creative maps on your own, making it fun to make little mini games for creative, making it endless times of gameplay and opportunities to people explore different ways to play Fortnite. In the first time ever of 2025, with the release of the new chapters of Fortnite, Fortnite has been on the decline of decreasing the most player counts that it have seen probably since Season X. There is only 784,000 people playing right now, and a 24-hour peak is just under 1 million, which is not bad. With the recent season release, Fortnite has lost over 100,000 players overall, which is quite concerning for Fortnite, as each season is quite different. Even Fortnite, the biggest creators, are moving away to play Roblox and other games, because not every game is going to last your whole entire lifespan, but not every game is going to last your whole entire lifespan. It's just how it is. But there will come a certain point of a game will start declining dramatically and lose those players, and people will eventually find those different games, which that's okay. You're not going to play the same game forever. It's just how it is. If you don't like a game, you like it. I think Fortnite is one of the best games that I've ever played, and here and there, I still jump on the game and still play it. But sooner or later, when I see Fortnite losing players dramatically with each season, it's not going to change my perspective of how Fortnite changed the gaming industry forever, and how it expanded how games are made and how players get involved in making their own maps. And it does not change my mind. Fortnite will always be that game, and games will always, no matter how good the game is, it will suddenly lose players over time, just because that genre is losing its identity and losing the feel of wanting to play that game. Every game goes through this. As Fortnite thrives each season and gets more dramatically better with each season, and improvements with movement, even weapons, the maps, and the colors, and more collabs with the biggest streamers in the world, Fortnite will continue to do that. Players will also decline over time. That is just a given. But Fortnite will never change my perspective based on the player count. I think everyone watching this video, even if you hate Fortnite or don't agree with its gameplay, you can agree that this game has changed the gaming industry forever.